Hey guys, so in this video, we're gonna do a deep dive on Globe. This is answering a question that was sent out by Lucky Lim via Patreon. So if you have questions, feel free to send it via Instagram or Patreon as well. So just to give you a flow for this particular video, this is what we will discuss. Analyzing Globe. I want to talk about today's price action. Then I want to zoom out and look at the earnings for Globe from a yearly perspective and how have they been affected also for the year. Then I want to talk about key ratios, certain things that for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, the things that we discussed in terms of fundamental analysis. Then things to consider also if you are an investor. Then everyone's favorite for those who are trading, we have the technical analysis at the last part. And please do note that if you're new to this channel, the whole goal and the narrative of why I create daily videos is to educate people, give people the right data, and give people the right information so they get to decide properly on whether they should transact. But never ever buy, sell, hold, or avoid the stock just because you hear it from this channel. Never ever do something just because you hear it from other people or your friends or your barber or anyone else, no matter how credible you think the person is. Never ever ever do something just because they say so, just because it's discussed. It's your money, it's your responsibility. You have to analyze it well, and you have to build your own buy and sell signals. And the reason why we're doing these videos is so that at least you get to have a glimpse of certain fundamental parameters and certain technical parameters also, so you get to trade the markets with confidence. So let's continue. In terms of price action for today, at least the time we're filming this video, Globe closed at 2013, down 0.3925%. And what's interesting about that is foreigners have been selling to the tune of 86 million pesos. And if you look at it also in terms of weights of those who have transacted, it's still majority foreign funds that have been transacting. I just want to point this out. Value turnover for today is 195 million. Total foreign buying is 45 million. Total foreign selling is 113 million. So large chunk of foreigners have really sold at least for today. Anyways, let's continue. In terms of earnings, I've shown this repeatedly over the past at least few years now that we've seen Globe 2017, 2018, 2019 continue to push up on the backs of their growth towards mobile data. And as you all know, I've been saying this over and over that mobile data, in my opinion, is the future. You are going to see more and more people uh, in their phones transacting using data and either watching videos, doing making online transactions, or transferring money or displaying games. The more that they are on the move, the more that they would use mobile data for them in their phones. And I think that the arbitrage here and what's changing also is a larger chunk of the population. They're now getting smartphones. They're now getting phones that before okay na sila, sanay na sila by just using text. But now they're seeing the benefits of how the internet can be leveraged from their phone. And I think that will be the continuous growth for everything. I would show this as an example. My phone's not with me now though, but I would say that yung phone, whatever iteration we have for our phone, regardless if it's a Samsung S20 or the iPhone 11, 11 or 12, the newest variation of it, or whatever phone that you have, that's basically it already, meaning you'll just see over the next few years faster camera, a better camera, faster screen, faster processor, more things that you can do with it, but it's exactly there already. So the biggest hook will be what apps can be done inside the phone, and all of that will need data. So, anyways, let's continue. The one thing that changed though for the year, as you all know, is the coronavirus, and because of that, people's mobility have been affected. And since people's mobility have been affected, I just like to note this that I'm going to show you a couple of slides that may not paint a really good picture from a quarter to quarter perspective for Globe, primarily because people are at home, and if you're at home, you're probably using broadband. And if you're at home also, and in terms of priority of where you will allocate your budget, it may be somehow, no, if you analyze it, maybe getting a broadband plan than upgrading your cell phone line or cell phone plan. So let's just continue. So, anyways, it's already reflecting in their numbers. as of the third quarter for 2020, we've seen a 10% drop of the third quarter income of Globe. And this is around 15.9 billion pesos from around 17.7 billion pesos in 2019. So please do note, no, head to head in terms of looking at Globe and PLDT. PLDT grew for the third quarter of 2020 primarily because they were focused on broadband. They were focused on uh, connectivity inside the home, and which is what I believe has shifted for at least 2020 since all of us or majority of us are at home. Anyways, this is what I've mentioned also in terms of mobile. Mobile revenues went down by 6% as fewer postpaid and prepaid subscribers were recorded. So, ganun lang, over and over. As we see the vaccine come out, or at least we see more measures that will allow people to somehow go back, go out and transact with the semblance of where we were prior to the pandemic, then I believe no that there may be a chance that as more people become more mobile, the need and the demand for data via mobile phones will also become larger. So this is at least a snapshot of what we're seeing based on the 2020 conditions of the lockdown. And I made this video from I made this slide from a Dito video that I created, and it just shows now how uh, PLDT, Converge, and Dito had doubled down in terms of broadband, in terms of fiber optic. PLDT has massively gone up, so they've PLDT was able to create 99,890 cable kilometers worth for 2020, Converge 19,167, Dito 13,153, and Globe head to head up against the other three closed it with 12,518. So, what's interesting to note though is based on their disclosures is that they're gonna build more and more. They're gonna lay the foundation also for larger infrastructure in terms of broadband. So. Let's see how it will come out for 2021, 2022, and 2023 moving forward. But Globe, if you've been watching their narrative, they've placed a large bet on 5G, which is what I'll discuss also in a bit. Comment below, by the way, guys, if you're learning and if this is something that is helping you. Anyways, let's continue. Some key ratios, especially for people who attended our Stock Smart sessions. Please review our lessons there and just remember the ratios that I've placed and how you can actually analyze it in terms of how you want to go with your investing. Anyways, for valuations for PE and PB, it's PE is currently at 13.65 while its PB is at 3.39. What you can do again, compare this to Tel or compare this to the market or compare it to its historical bands, no, in terms of valuations. What's interesting is for dividend yield, it's at 5.32%. Given that at current price, no, it's at 2,000 plus based on the closing price of today, but it's still giving you a higher dividend yield as of this point in time. So it's at 5.32. So those who picked up the stock at 1,600, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900 at some points in the year, of course, your dividend yield will be relatively higher as well. So that's something that's very, very interesting. In terms of ROE, it's quite high at 28.88. Debt to equity, though, is relatively on the higher end at 172, and your current and quick ratio is at 0.71 to 0.54. So there. Quick announcement, by the way. We're proceeding now. We did a pilot run with just a smaller group of people for Stock Smarts Manila. So we're having Stock Smarts Manila this end of January. We have a link in the description below for those who want to join. So um, it's first come first serve. It's very limited due to the fact that it's limited via the space that the hotel can provide us given the social distancing measures. So what we did was one table per person. Then you're forced to wear a mask for the whole duration of the talk. And then syempre may kainan, and that's where you just take off the mask as well. But anyways, limited slots. We're just doing technical analysis only first. Then I guess the next sessions we're gonna do fundamentals later on also for 2021. But what I could commit for now is technical analysis end of June, end of January. Link is in the description below. And then for those who have been asking about an online course for technical analysis, it's currently being edited now, and that's bits and pieces of it on how it could look or how it is looking. Dyan yung nagdo-drawing ako, but it will be technical analysis, a combination of charts, combination of slides, and combination of me speaking. Then may mga illustrations din na nagdo-drawing ako. But the link is in the description below because we're getting the email addresses of people who are interested in it. And so as it becomes available, we're gonna send you the link on how you can somehow sign up for this. So I don't know, I don't have a specific date yet on the rollout, but most likely this will be around early next year also. So there. Anyways, things to consider for those who want to at least analyze Globe further is I just want to note two things. Number one is I really believe 5G is the future still. And that's that. Please do note my style in investing is the travels have helped me analyze the world in a different lens. That the Philippines, in my opinion, is lagging in terms of technology compared to other countries. Meaning, if I'm seeing it happening massively in China or in Europe or in the US or in other countries, for sure it's gonna happen in the Philippines. And 5G is a big talk everywhere because it allows mobile users to transact with faster speeds. And in the same way, fintech. I really believe fintech is the game. You all know Globe and Gcash heavily connected, and you will see more and more cashless transactions in the future. You will see more people transacting, transferring money, paying online. And if there's one thing that you can bank on, these are things that's the future. But the coronavirus has accelerated the use of fintech even more. So I think that's how you should analyze also Globe under the guise of how technology will continue to evolve, how people will be reliant on faster data, but not just a faster data, but because of faster data, they will have the ability also to do a lot of applications, transactions online as well. And fintech has a big part of it. Comment below if you're learning and comment if this is something that's helping you. And isa lang naman request ko na tamaan nyo yung like button for the YouTube algorithm. Or again, if you just want to support this channel, just press algo, 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 algo. And Patrick Miguel is trying to hit 1,700 videos. And there are other people already posting also their video count. So let's see, no? Comment below kung ilan videos na yung napanood nyo in both of my channels. Anyways, to end this, I want to look at the technicals, which is, I think, everyone's favorite. We've said this in a lot of the stocks by request sessions that this is the major support that we're seeing for Globe over the past at least since March, I think, end of March, early April. This has been the major support level. You can peg it 1940, as you can see it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It touched that level for 4 times, and it's so clear also right now that Globe is still currently consolidating. And if you'll allow me to put a resistance here, this is a possible resistance also to where Globe is at the 2070 mark, followed by another resistance at the 2149 mark, and then followed by another resistance at the 2235 level. So the broad range at where it's moving is 1940 support, then another resistance at the 2234 resistance level. For those who are trading it on a shorter bias, these are your resistances to consider. So 2070 initial short term, another one at 2149, then another one at 2234. Main support though is at the 1940 level. But if there's one thing I just want to submit to all of you also in this particular range, I want to highlight this, that there is a chart pattern, a descending triangle that's trying to be formed right now. So please remember 1940 is so important because that keeps Globe in its sideways progression, and it has to break out though from this downward slope line trend for us to actually see it move to 270, which is where our resistance is. Then at least it gives it a shot to go to 2149 and then 2234. But couple of things to consider: 1940 support, downward trending line resistance, and then the 270 resistance level is something that you should watch for right here, right now. So there. Anyways, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to put it in the comment section or send your questions via Patreon or send it also via Instagram. And for those who want to learn more about the markets above and beyond the seminars, I have books that are available in National Bookstore and Shopee. For those who want to get it via Shopee, the link is in the description below. And also those who want to join our YouTube community, I have a link below. You can join and support the community as well. And lastly, I've been getting a lot of questions still about
investing in US market. So that's why we have a link for eToro, and it allows you to have exposure to stocks like Tesla, stocks like Apple, stocks like Google, and everything else in between. Anyways, I have a main goal, and I've been saying this for the past at least few days lang naman. Minsan lang ako mag-request. I'm trying to, for my main channel, hit 200,000 subscribers before the year ends. So if you believe that the videos that I have been doing, this has been creating massive value to all of you, appreciate it if you could share my channel to other people, share the videos, press the like button, or if you have not subscribed yet, two things. Appreciate it if you could press the subscribe button and also the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. And if you want more of this channel talking about stocks on a deep dive, stock investing made easy, appreciate it also if you could subscribe to both. So there. Thank you so much to everyone who stayed up until the end. If you stayed up until the end, comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I guess that's it. To everyone who has been part of this channel, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart, and Merry Christmas to you guys. And stay safe, stay at home. And as much as you would want to congregate, the virus is still there. We still don't know how the vaccine will possibly go. Also, at least from a Philippine perspective. So please still stay safe, and health is still wealth. Invest massively, trade with as much as you can, double down, but also put a greater preference also on staying alive and being healthy. So that's it. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Alam ko na sabi ko na kanina, but I'll say it again. So see you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.